What's up, mother foxers? Let's say we try to start a whore today. Yeah, we're gonna try it. You know, I say that, and lots of things could happen. For one, this throttle bracket. I may need to get some new actual bolts because those threads, those studs that are in there to hold that throttle body down, I think are coarse threads and then fine threads. So I might have to just get 2 bolts because when I put this thing on there, there's not gonna be enough threads for the nuts. So I'll probably have to run to the store. And then I got my posi taps. I've shown these things before, man, they're awesome. That's how we're gonna get the oil gauge going to tap into a wire. These are the best things to use. Not those things that crush your wires. I'll show them again. I've showed them before, but yeah. So we got to get that on, fish that wire. Hopefully it's the right one. Some of those are faded up there, and so it's a white with a red stripe, which is this guy right there. I believe that's red. I mean white, not tan, because the tan wire, wherever the tan wire is at, is usually, and I think it might be this one. It said these are just faded. That's the tack. So I can tap into that off the coil. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this bracketry on. It should, like I said, it should work. We'll see here in a minute. So it fit all these things, man. These setups. 302, hang on here. Two hands here. I got a tripod too. Wanna watch? It's red, yes, it's red. So, there's the springs. Now, I've seen these. I know you can get like one little piece that goes in the intake, but why can't we get fancy? We'll put more red under there. Isn't that nice looking? And see, that's where it would bolt up to the throttle body there. And like I said, you got 1/4 inch here, and I think, yeah, that's probably what we got left on the studs on top of the nuts. So looks like I'm gonna have to go get bolts. And then the thing for back here, this is what I'm hoping works. I don't know. A couple of spacers there. This thing would be for that guy, but I'm not sure how that's gonna work. We can always put a bolt and a nut on there through this thing. I mean, it has that, but the hell does it go into? I don't know. Is there any directions in here? Nope. So people are probably going, dude, it's freaking easy. And look at that, it's adjustable. Isn't that awesome? I don't think we're gonna need that. Might be too far forward. I don't know. We're gonna find out here. Hook up those couple of wires. It's got gas in it. It's got gas in it. Got a battery sitting here charged. There's just nothing. There's no coolant. And I'll tell you what, man. I think what I might do with this, because this right here is the stock coolant sensor for the ECU. Now over here on the, you know, these original Foxes, this right here was the coolant gauge for the, or was the sensor for the gauge. This is for the ECU, and I can't take that out of there, obviously. But I thought, how could I make this into tapping it into that gauge? And this is a 2-wire, and you're going into 1, so I don't know how you do that. So I thought maybe I could get a sensor, you know, like that, not like that, but because I do got one that went into here. If it's the same and I can put it in there, then I can rig up the temperature gauge on there, even though I got it on the Aces. Because I like having it. Same thing with Black Sunshine. Black Sunshine's got its coolant temp sensor and the oil pressure sensor on the gauges working and on the Terminator X. And I go back and forth looking at them, comparing them, and they're never off from one another. You know, people say those clusters aren't reliable. Mine's always been reliable. Unmolested inside the dash on my other car. Just so we put that out there. I'm not talking about people who've gone in there, you know, screwed around with the wiring, but mine is unmolested and works great. It was told to me by people on my live stream that it doesn't matter which one is one, as long as the rotor in there is pointed at that one. You stick it in there, and whatever one it's pointing to, make that one. But now go around it with the firing order. I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. But I think what I'm gonna do, I guess I should pop it off and see where it's at. It's because I compared this from this thing here to one, and one is right here, and I put it where it usually is sitting, kind of. So we'll see if it's pointing at this one. If it's pointing at this one, we're good to go. We just got to strap up the wires and then plug the coil in over there. We'll get it running. As soon as everything's running well on it, then I'll chop those wires and bring the coil over here where it's supposed to be. I don't want it over there in the corner. I don't know. I don't know. It could set good over there, but I just don't want it over there. You know. But anyway, let's do the inevitable and show you that that's not going to work with this. You see what I'm saying? There's a quarter inch left down there that ain't gonna work, man. But you know, I'll take those off. It's easy enough. So, and if not, we'll have to take the whole throttle body back off, which is simple, guys. By the way, even though we torqued it down with the gasket, we'll tussing it. I don't know, man. There are some threads left down there, 1/4 inch. And I can adjust this back to there. That's cool. And you got the spring. Dude, this is pretty cool. So far I'm digging by the way this is, and you can adjust the spring here too. I don't know, that's pretty sweet. I'm not a carb guy, but that's kind of cool. You're like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's still a lot of space in that there nut. Because there's a nut here putting a nut on. Because I know what's going to happen. I got to take this off. In order to get those studs out, I gotta freaking do the jam nut thing. So everything's gotta come apart to go back together. Oh, this is stupid. Alright, if you can see right there, guys, that I won't be able to put a bolt or a washer because there's nothing gonna hold it here. They do give you this other block right here, which just got a hole in it. So I'm going to swap these out, and that should do it. And then I'll go hit the accelerator a couple times, see how it works. Of course, what else is new, guys? We got problems. We either think this, see how this is just a little too short, and we've had this in different spots, trying to get it to be right. This thing proved not to work. This was the only one that's working. We're thinking the ball's too small, but came on this Killshot. He's grabbing a regular throttle body off one of these things to see if it'll work better. Maybe we can get a bigger ball or something. I don't know, because every time we we try to hit the pedal to go back. We hit the pedal a couple times and this just flops right off. So whatever. Well, we'll probably figure it out. It's not like I can send it back. But and meanwhile, I got this all taken care of here. This is going to be the oil pressure gauge. So I picked black wire because it's oil. Pretty clever, huh? Anyway, I'm gonna get that wire. I already figured out how much length I need here, and we'll get this put in there, and then I'll go get my temp sensor out of the other because it's new. Here's one right here. It's an older one. It's probably work, but looks like it's the same for that. So I'll go get that one up there and put it in, and then run another wire over there. All right, guys. Can you see? Can you see me? Okay, here's the posi tab. I'll do this again. So this is a side you're going to tap into. Is this one right here? Okay. So this is the side you want to put in first because you have to twist this, and the wire is going to go right into that slot right there, and then this little probe right here, when you put the wire in there, is going to pierce it. So if you ever want to undo it, then just take it out, and you have this little probe hole in there. You can just put a little piece of black tape around it. Now the other ones, I do have some around here, are the ones that you put in there and you push this metal piece and just crush the wire. So if you want to do it, it's not going to be any good. So this is totally reusable. And here is presumably the oil pressure gauge wire. Maybe I'll stick that in there just like this. Boom. It's probed. Now I just got to clean the end of this off and stick it in there. Bam. Let me take this little piece off here. Stick it through like that. Put it in there, and this basically just crams the wire down in there in the metal piece. And we should have an oil gauge now. Boom. It's time. I put wires on and take this heavy freaking coil. This thing is a beast. Look at that thing. This is the Blackjack Pro Series ignition coil. It's about the same size as the MSD, which is the same size as the stock. It's just got heat sinks on it, which is a good idea. So yeah, now I'm not so sure about this. I wanted to bring it over here and put it in the stock spot, but it's got its own deal there. I know, I put it here. It's weird because it's not flat, and those are aluminum, so can't really bend them. So that'd be good there, but I mean the plug is over here. Take this stuff out of the way here. And it hides away down here. The only problem I see, how you gonna drill that? So we could probably just take the engine out. Okay, folks, we're gonna do this. Oh, leaking. All right. Looks like we stopped the leak. I just put more of that shit on it and tighten it even tighter. All right, so now we'll go in here and mess with this thing.
You on?
Yeah. So, touchscreen stuff. This is the Killshot. Boom. The Killshot. I don't know why I didn't do that first time. I'm not sure what it's doing. It never asked me for anything. Let's see, settings. Wizards, here we go. Start wizard. Cam. Well, I got a F cam, so isn't that mild? Wouldn't that be mild? It's not a race cam. It's not stock. Wideband 1? Yeah, only. Let's see, magnetic. I guess it's magnetic. Number of injectors, 4. I mean, come on, it's what's in there. What kind of question is that? And they're 100 an hour. Engine displacement, 308. Lolly, 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 dolly. There we go. Idle speed, 850.
5 to 1,000.
No. These are Fox Body 302s. That's right around there. I'm gonna leave it that because mine's a little higher because of the N41 that's in it. Cam type mild. Dual what? Huh? Wait a minute. That's not right. How do you get back in there? Go back. No! Cancel. Go back. Oh, here we go. Only wideband OS 1. Dual. Yeah, I don't have a dual. What the hell? Why did it say that? I don't know. We're gonna let it go. We're just gonna see what happens. Oh man. 308. Save. Are you sure to save these? Yes. We're gonna do it. Now please key off 5 seconds to make configuration effective. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll give it another second. Okay. Why is it telling me select system? That's not good, is it? Or don't show this again on next. Okay. How about that? Alright, there we go. The software version of Killshot is low. What? What are you telling me? Wizards. TPS. Auto set. No. This president tell me what it is. I don't know. Shall we try to start this? Well, hang on a second. I put the cluster in so that. Here we go.
Make sure she's in neutral.
Here we go. Whoa. There we go. All right, we let it charge. Where's that?
Well, when you turn the key on, it was all the way up to 40, to 60 almost. It's at 40 right now. What the hell?
Alright, we figured out how to jump the mini starter. It works. The cable was a little loose, but like I said, what we did here, guys, what we found was, see this one here with the breaker that's right here? This is the first one on because of that breaker. And all this other stuff is new terminals. So we took all this off, and my dad was just filing every single one of them. And we get to this one, and it was pretty dirty. Not bad, but he filed it, and we put them all back together. And then we hit the ignition on here, and it wanted to kick over. So we're like, okay, there we go. So that's what it was. All right, we top dead centered, and we checked the timing again. It was, we took it off, it was a little off of 1. Don't know what that means, but we put it back on 1. Let the gas flow.
It goes through.
I don't care, that's a win. Done for the day. That is exactly how all those videos on Aces was. You get it right and it frickin' fired right up, dude. Fuck Holly. Screw that shit. Buy one of these things, you get everything for $1,000. You don't have to buy a separate coil, you don't have to buy a separate freaking distributor. It's all in one freaking package for $1,000, guys. I don't know what that means, what it just did, but anyway, I don't know what else to do. It started. Goodbye. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We can try to do it again. I don't know why it did that, or
Oh, we got a lot of fuel down in there. That thing shoots some damn fuel in
yeah.
there.
If you guys, if you didn't see it when we crank it every time, there's fuel spots just those are 100-pound each.
Sucker shoots.
And if you haven't seen these throttle bodies, let me get my phone. All right, so there you go, guys. Let's let me zoom in here. You see those little holes right there? That's where all it goes all the way around there. That's where all the fuel shoots out in the top. He's going to turn it on real quick, and you'll see this fuel just starts spraying out of here.
Ready?
Yep. You see that? So it just splurges out. But yeah, go ahead and crank it. See if it.
Give it a little accelerate.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I see a leak. What the hell's there a leak on this side for?
Where's your leak? Oh.
All right, hang on. We got to check something. Well, it started, and that's what I set out to do here. And just like those videos I seen, it started right up as soon as everything was right. So the timing I think is a little off. We can't tell right now. The battery is giving us some shit because it came with the car back in 2020. So 4 years later, it's been sitting around and been charged and abused. So and those leaks, we're going to keep an eye on them. If not, I'll be calling Aces on that. So that don't make any sense. So, but when we did get it started back up, it wasn't dripping. So maybe the fuel is getting burnt out of it. I don't know. We don't know. But there you go. Aces. It started right up. As soon as we cleaned those off and got the timing pretty much right on. And when I say that, I mean we got the cap aligned with the rotor. Now the timing itself is just slightly off. Seemed like it was getting better before we shut it down the last time. I didn't think it was on camera, but that's it. There it is. It's running. This is still out to be debated. Just this piece here. If we could find something a little bit better than that, we'll be good. I just wanted to add something about this whole thing here with this leaking. Like I said, I was thinking about calling Aces, but then I thought about what they were going to ask me. Like, what were you doing? What was it? And the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, this thing did not want to click off because this was dirty, remember? And what you guys didn't see was us clicking this thing on and off, and every time the pump goes on, the injectors are spraying in there. We did it so many times because we were trying to figure out what was going on. And the thing is, the injector holes in those barrels are right above the butterflies, which is where the throttle shafts are. And I think there was so much fuel going in there, they went the path of least resistance, and that was through the shafts. Now, I'm no engineer, or I didn't build this thing, but I doubt there's O-rings in those throttle shafts, right? I don't know. So I think that's what this was just happening. There was just so much fuel going in there that they were going in there and seeping out, because these things weren't made to turn on and just let the things pump over and over again. You know, they're made to turn it on, fire it up, you know. But I think, I think that might have been our issue there. It was, because we turn that on a lot. Every time. So, anyway, so far, man, I have to say, I like what I got. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Later.